It is currently 4:21 p.m. I want you to hear the plane activity while the U.S. military is engaging in surveillance with a bunch of minor children who are, what you need to know, demon-possessed and equally engaged in terrorism. Alright, this child is being used as a means of activity creation. They're being used as a means of crossing path for what is stalking, pursuant to monitoring with the U.S. military. That's sounding plane activity as I begin capturing what is damning evidence. You see this communication device? They're monitoring, and they know what I'm documenting right now. He's also monitoring my vagina. He's a sex offender. He's a demon. He's a co-conspirator of murder. This is impulsible light activity as you analyze the environment with what's happening at the same time yesterday. Exhibit A. He's walking in step with the fire truck, and the fake sun's right here above me. It's P.O.C. This is mental illness. While the entity engages in this pattern of conduct, they're mentally ill. And all the people that you see moving in their vehicles, getting in and out of their cars, are all monitoring. All right, while you're looking at what are people in an environment that is irreconcilable with nature, such as the sunlight, that's what we would call it in ignorance, that they're walking in, making noise in, maintaining what is plane activity as you can hear it outside while they're sitting in, acting like they're reading. You are not reading and focused and learning or doing anything other than surveilling in the specific environment. And let me show you the fake sun over me in Ontario, while it's remaining over me where minors are sharing in the criminal conspiracy to murder. And they are knowingly and intentionally engaging in that. This is P.O.C. 4:21 p.m. is when I'm starting this video. And this is the presence of the light source that is directly over me. By the way, it's over me at this same staircase when I'm walking in at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so this is the entity that's engaging what is for the gang stalking purposes of the teenagers that are pacing in and out, and the employees that are maintaining amplified audible activity, and the sex offenders that are pacing in and out of the bathroom and maintaining what is watch over the restroom by sitting in front of it while the entity vacillates engineered light, not sunlight. When the light source itself, the sun, the so-called sun, is over the Superior Grocer at 815 North Euclid Avenue. This is the significance of that, while the entity is maintaining what is ongoing plane activity, as you are aware of this, because yesterday I walked back to Ontario from UPLAND, and the U.S. military followed me with planes, okay? Doing so down Euclid Avenue. This is where they are sitting in this environment. Gang stalking. Remember when I'm aboard Omnitrans and I'm getting off the bus? The bus is stopping right here in the morning, and the fake sun moves through the window of Omnitrans en route to Fontana. That's how you know AMR is targeting me. The Ontario Fire Department is targeting me. Respado Express is targeting me. Spin Cycle, the laundromat that I'm inside. This is indeed the P.O.C. It is currently 4:25 p.m. So let's recall everything that's happening inside of this building is occurring also inside of bathrooms, which is under surveillance. And this is the city of UPLAND that's engaging in the perpetual sex offense. The city of UPLAND that's doing so with minor children, sharing in what is a state system, okay? The U.S. government's criminal pattern of conduct, where the U.S. military, with the assistance of Marcelo Blanco, of Colin Sheehy, that is Mr. Muncie, Daniel Muncie of the San Bernardino County Fire Department, are gang stalking me. Because there's no sun that would be over the Upland Public Library, over the windows inside of the Upland Public Library, creating any sunlight inside of the Upland Public Library, while it is remaining over me as a matter of evidence in Ontario, California. And this is why you document Satan, while Satan is engaging in targeting you in supernatural manners, such as at 4:25 p.m., where the fake sun are over those that are engaging in criminal activity, and the demon-possessed have cloaked it into what is appearing as though they're providing emergency services. And this is what you're comparing with the environment where those under the age of 18 are engaging in criminal activity as well, cloaking that criminal conduct, that malicious targeting system in furtherance of murder, as teenagers accessing programs to advance them in their literacy endeavors. They're vagina monitors. They're sex offenders. This is the joke that are the emergency services in Ontario, California. These are gang stalkers that are calling themselves firefighters and EMTs. These are demons, and they're engaged in monitoring. This is light activity, relevant positioning, by vagina monitors. American Medical Response is being prosecuted. Ontario Fire, that's Michael Gherkin. And these clowns are under a fake sun. It is currently 4:26 p.m. where the entities engage in criminal activity together. This is demonic. They're all demons. This is the P.O.C. All right, and this is the entity that's engaging. Watch the fake sun move as I move while they're engaging in criminal activity, wearing uniforms that they're all going to be stripped from. This is the joke that they've made of emergency service. They've made a joke at it. It's a mockery. It's embarrassing, and I'm going to embarrass them in federal court. This is treason of the U.S. government. They're going to be federally prosecuted. This is P.O.C. License 1497521. Watch the fake sun moving. This is exactly what Hernandez did. Hernandez is going to prison. License plate 70430B2. They've made a joke out of it. And there will be no AMR. There will be no Ontario Fire Department. Alrighty, this is the entity that's engaged in the pattern of conduct, and like you've seen at the Fontana Lewis Library, like you've witnessed at the venues that are gang stalking, as you're capturing the evidence of psychopathic behavior is what you're witnessing, and the mental illness is shared by those that are equally demon-possessed under 18, okay? The malice is equally underway by those under 18 and asking me to keep the volume down while they're engaging in psychologically torturing me, monitoring my vagina, and gang stalking me with the U.S. military inside of the venue, okay? But this is the entity that's engaging in that pattern of conduct. This is the Upland Public Library, maintaining the fake sun. The fake sun is over me at the same staircase, remember, where minor children are sharing in terrorism in the U.S. This is the entity that's going to be isolated from the rest of the American people for their protection with regard to what is the necessity of martial law, okay? This is treason. While the entity is engaging what is levying war, is how Article 3, Section 3 describes it, while the people of the state are engaging in terrorism in concert with the government, by stalking in the path, maintaining criminal surveillance, which is why this environment is filled with engineered light under a fake sun. It is indeed criminal surveillance, targeting an American citizen. All right, and this is where I'm at yesterday at this time at 4:21 and 4:25 p.m. on video, where American Medical Response and Ontario Fire Department, which is the city of Ontario, that is the state that is acting in concert with the U.S. military, are maintaining a fake sun over me. They are demon-possessed while I'm exposing their criminal activity, the criminal activity of a public entity that's conspiring the murder with the U.S. military, that are using the commercial planes and the helicopter activity that the municipalities are complicit to, sharing in with the population that's engaging in the criminal surveillance system, as you see in the neighborhood library, as you see yesterday while I'm at the laundromat. This is juxtaposed with where I'm at now, the Upland Public Library at 450 North Euclid Avenue, in two different cities where the sun is not hovering over this venue, over the roof of the library, while it is at the same time yesterday in Ontario, remaining in Ontario, and remember, setting outside of the Ontario City Hall where it was rising yesterday. Let's recall what we looked at this morning. This is what was reviewed this morning, and this remains the case. The fake sun is over me this morning at 7:05 a.m. And I'm recalling yesterday when I returned to Ontario, where Securitas is gang stalking me, doing so, which is proven through the scientific impossibility that the sun would still be, first of all, over the same person, number one. Number two, that same person has not changed coasts. I didn't leave the state. I remained in the same state. I went up and down one street into two different cities, and that fake sun remained over me for the duration of the day. And this is what I have at the place where, like this morning, the fake sun is rising at the Ontario Civic Center. The fake sun is setting at the Ontario Civic Center, which I'm capturing at 6:10 p.m. yesterday, where I remained in Ontario. It is 4:32 p.m. and the entity is keeping the fake sun in Upland, California, over the roof of the library, as you can see through the roof in this video. In fact, this is the location where the sunrise and the sunset is occurring. This is where the U.S. military is maintaining psychopathic pacing in military aircrafts and commercial airline planes, in concert with the people of the state that are pacing up and down this area that I have circled in red. This is where the entity is maintaining that fake sun rising and setting. Okay, this is where this is ongoing. And then you have the city of Upland that's maintaining the fake sun over me in Upland, California. The same pattern of conduct is shown. The entity keeping the fake sun from morning until sunset. This is on the record. I will remind you of what's already on the record. the Upland Public Library. As you can see, I documented, just like I am in Ontario, March 23rd at 6:53 p.m. walking out is the fake sun. March 24th walking in or walking toward the same entrance at 7:45 a.m. This is the entity that's engaging in what is maintaining an environment that is conducive to surveillance, where the entity is engaged in targeting along with the U.S. military, where the state is providing instrumentalities relevant for what is criminal monitoring by the U.S. military in that city throughout that state, which is the co-conspirators targeting and furtherance of murder together. The city of Upland co-conspiring murder with the U.S. military, the city of Ontario co-conspiring murder with the U.S. military, and doing so in the environment that is conducive to that, in that supernatural environment, such as the sun remaining at one address for over 10 hours in the day, which is something that NASA has never addressed, which is something that has zero to do with, and it is not explained by nor addressed by global warming, which is, again, relevant to the illusion, where the demon-possessed that are maintaining surveillance have presented many farcical notions such as climate change and global warming, when this is not even the natural environment whatsoever. The entity that is stalking with engineered light flying off of their vehicles, this is getting to the illusion with regard to the entity addressing what is the, well, it's actually global warming does not address what I have shown, the fake sun remaining over one building for the duration of the day, remaining outside of the doors of one venue for the duration of the day. There necessarily being more than one sun for it to do that and then be anywhere at any time in the state of Florida. Global warming is inadequate and does not address that illusion that NASA has intentionally, with regard to what is maintaining this system or surveillance in the U.S., not address that. Okay, this is the P.O.C. This is the documentation of the city of Upland that's targeting me with the U.S. military and furtherance of murdering me. And it is shown through the entity that is doing so with an infestation of minor children that are pacing all around, engaging in the psychopathic stalking, just like the entity is doing by commercial plane, by military aircraft in the sky space, is what the demon-possessed are doing inside of this building, pacing up and down the stairs, in and out of the bathroom, in and out of all the rooms, stalking me with noise in the engineered light. And these are demons that are sharing in psychopathic behaviors. It's psychological torture, it's sexual violence, it's criminal stalking, in furtherance of murder, doing the bidding of the U.S. government. This is P.O.C. It is currently 4:37 p.m.